everyone, it's time for phonics with Mrs. Furryboots. Listen to these words: vet, violin, violets, vase. They all begin with the same sound. The sound is V for violet, V for vegetables, V for vet. A vet is someone who looks after animals when they're not feeling well. Like we would go to a doctor, you would take your animal to a vet. Here's a little dog visiting the vet. And these beautiful flowers are a lovely violet colour, kind of a nice light purple, and they're also called violets. So violet is a colour and violet is a flower, violet. And oh, here's an instrument. It's a bit like a small guitar, but you hold it up at your neck to play, and it's called a violin. And you use a bow to make the sound of across the strings. Violin. So all these sounds begin with a V sound. That there just now. So we have violet, the violet colour. I've got a violet castanet. We have a vase. Some people say vase. And in the vase, I've got some water for my beautiful flowers. Now here I've got a cauliflower, a carrot, some kale, some onions, some butternut squash. But all together we call them vegetables, vegetables. And here I have a vest I can wear. Quite often a vest doesn't have any sleeves on it. A vest top doesn't have sleeves. And in my picture here, I have got the picture of a van. I think it's a van that has flowers. It's got flowers on the side, a van. So all of these things begin with the V sound. Let's get our magic fingers in the air. For a V sound, we go, start at the top, we go down and up. Okay, down and up. So it's down to a point. Let's try some on the board. So V is the name and V is the sound. So we go down to a point and back up. It's a bit like a half of a W that we did recently. Down and up. Down to a point and back up. You could try some of them at home. So, thinking of a song with the V word in it. Well, one that we know really well is If I Could Drive a Baker's Van at Your House, I Would Stop and leave a chocolate birthday cake with icing on the top. Do you remember it? If I could drive a baker's van at your house, I would stop and leave a chocolate birthday cake with icing on the top. What about a donut? If I could drive a baker's van at your house, I would stop and leave a lovely donut with sprinkles on the top. If I could drive an ice cream van at your house, I would stop and leave some lovely ice cream with sprinkles on the top. If I could drive a vegetable van at your house, I would stop and leave some lovely vegetables to put into your soup. If I could buy a flower van at your house, house I would stop and leave some lovely violets for your lovely Bess. If I could drive a baker's van at your house I would stop and leave a chocolate